Good morning all, lovely Saturday morning again. Right, let's have a look at the coordinates you guys sent in then, so thanks to those that did. Now this has thrown me this week, I gotta be honest, because quite spread out, but every one I look at makes sense. And that's what's thrown me. Because if I look at that one in the top right, because of course I'm trying to look at this in a 3D effect, because the guy in the red at the back there, he's further back than this other player on the left. So I'm trying to look in a 3D effect that he's looking sort of forward. So that one on the top right and the one on the left, they both make sense to me. So it's thrown me completely. Now I'm near the bottom. Let me just check. I think I'm not quite on the bottom, but yeah, there's mine, near the bottom. That was the one I put on, or the area I went on Tuesday. And I did do a couple of tickets because I used my free ticket and I used, what was the offer on the day? I think it was a credit card for a BMW M3 Touring. So I did that and I submitted them on the day, so I had some credit back. But I think, I mean, I can see where the average is going to be, but I think I'm going to go up a bit and to the left, more into the corner of the post and the roof, because I think that's where the judges will go. So we draw some lines anyway from the eyes, so we can see the spread at least. So we've got there and there. Yeah, you couldn't define that down to an exact line, could you? And I'm going to go there and there. So see that diamond shape? That's not even that big a diamond shape as in. If you did take that top right one out, which I won't because it's not far off the cluster, it would be even a tighter cluster. So like I said, you can already see roughly where the average is going to be. I don't think it's working today, so I'm going to have to draw maybe some white lines through it so we can see where it is. But yeah, every one of those crosses to me is a possibility, and it all depends on where the judges are going to go. So let's have a look at the average first, and then we'll draw some white lines through it. White lines. Calculate average. Yeah, it's not showing up at the top left hand corner of the screen, but it will show up if I put the magnifying glass over it. So the average is 1909,115.2. So I put that in the panel on the top right like I usually do. If I hover the magnifying glass over there, it will show up, but then when you move it you can't see it. So I'm going to draw some white lines through it so we can see where the average is, but I'll cut that bit out so you guys don't have to wait for that. So there it is, you can see where those white lines cross each other. That's where the average is, more or less. Let me just hover the magnifying glass over it there. Don't know why it doesn't show up, but Google, I've been updating the Google browser a lot lately. So I think they're staying ahead of the guy that updates the browser extension. Now then, does the target work? Can I bring the target down? No, none of that worked on Tuesday. I know it's not working today, but I have updated it since that, so perhaps that's why. But yeah, see, no, that average to me does make sense, but then it would, because all those crosses made sense to me, which threw me completely. It's now then down to your own choice, isn't it? Where are you going to go? Where do you think the average of the judges is going to be? So where we think it is totally irrelevant, and I say that every video. It's where you think the average of the judges is going to be. I tend to think myself that they're going to go further left, so I'm going to go further left towards the top of that pipe and chuck a couple in by there, because it's I just had a look at what offers they got on today, and is £100,000 cash prize today, so I'm going to have a couple on that. I think I've already played my free one, did I say? Yeah, I have, yeah. So I'll just have a couple on there further up in the corner, because with the extra 50 grand, 150 grand is not to be sneezed at, is it? So yeah, that's where we are, but we can see where everybody's gone there and their way of thinking. Alright, let's have a look at Revcomps, because I've only got one on Monday's draw. I've gone for this Mercedes truck, and I'm not gonna take the jet skis, but I'm gonna go for the truck and the 25 grand. There's no option to take all cash, but that's all right. I'd run around in the truck for a bit, and the 25 grand's always going to come in handy. Didn't bother with the others. The SQ7, too big a car for me. So is this Arteon, Tesla, Focus ST3. I was tempted, but I didn't bother. So let's have a look at what they put on for Thursday's draw. Audi RS3 launch edition. I do like those, but I know I wouldn't keep it. Aston Martin, I wouldn't keep that either, but I'd toy around with it, I think, for about a month, and that comes with 50 grand, so I'm more interested in the cash than the car. But I would have the car for a month just to play around with it and do a bit of posing around the seaside resort that I now live in. Camper van, yeah, of course, it's a must, and I had to go for that with 5 grand cash. Volvo XC40, I do like them, I just didn't buy a ticket on it. I like these Hyundai i20, come on Mark, get a grip, i20Ns. This one to me has been too much messed about with. I think it's been chipped and it's had all sort of extras fitted on there. So, nah, I didn't fancy that. Van, I found this 2018 Volkswagen van, I thought that was quite pricey. I mean, it's 3,000 tickets, that's more or less £9 a ticket, and that's on the early bird. So that's, you know, that's £27,000 revenue if they sell all those tickets. And I don't know what that's worth. I mean, it's a 6-year-old van. Small, so that seems strange to me. It seemed to be expensive for what it is. But they added 2 more auto draws on there this morning, or last night maybe, when I didn't notice. I do like the look of this Mini, but again, that's been messed about with. It's had lots of bloody, I think it's had a stage 1 remap, loads of extra bits added on there, so that put me off a bit. Mercedes Estate, too big for me, not fussed on these little things, wouldn't pull a skin off a rice pudding. But I think it was last night or this morning, certainly this morning I noticed them anyway. There's a Fiesta Z-Tech, quite like that, cheap ticket, £1.67 a ticket. A lot of tickets, mine 10,000 tickets, but I did grab one on there. And his Golf GTI, which even though it's 7 years old, £2.97 a ticket, how could I say no? So I did grab a ticket on that as well. I seem to prefer the auto draws lately than the main draws. We're almost at the end of the month, so 30th tomorrow, Thursday. Yeah, so Tuesday's video then we'll have the Auto Trader electric car giveaway. There'll be a new car for the new month, so we'll show that. We'll highlight that on Tuesday. In the meantime, guys, enjoy your weekend and good luck for Tuesday. I hope Christian comes to one of us.